show you today, this is a Press Industria Italian-made triple motion jacketed vacuum mixer, and it's really the 5-liter unit. It's actually the really just designed for small batching, especially cosmetics, pharmaceutical products. We're going to show you, here's the original drawing on the unit. We actually have 2 of these in stock, and they are configured differently with the control panel, one on the right and one on the left. It has, let's take you through the features right now. The unit starts off with, and Tam, can you see me okay if I come over here? What you hear running is a circulation pump. It has its own electrically operated heating system with a tank and pumping, which pumps through the jacket. If you can just back off, Tim. Those are these lines here, and you can feel them, they're very hot. You see we have temperature. We've just started up on this, on the little Omega controller here. It's set point at 189 here, and then there's a second set point at 120. Inside the unit, real quick, just showing here, here's the large end of the tank on one end. That's the pump you see towards the back traveling. There's a little inlet to fill that as well. And on this side, you can actually see the electric heating unit, which goes in. The vessel is very warm right now. It's also all insulated. Coming back over here to the control panel, what happens, the agitator remains stationary, and as you can see, it's a triple motion with a scraper, counter rotating, and high-speed turbine. It also has an illuminated chamber. You'll see the light on right here, and that light is not used, temperature regular. Let me show you here. This is on the vessel. You see it's column mounted. Travel up and down. So we want to run our agitator in water at all times. And let me show you real fast here. Here's the turbine, which is the small turbine head there. You shouldn't run these dry, but I'm just going to turn it on for a second just to give you a look at that. And this is the counter rotating agitator with the scrapers counter rotating, travel the opposite way. I'm going to just shut that off for a second and lower this down, or raise this rather, up into the vessel. Has a sight glass, the light. There's a small loading area here. Now this may or may not have been coming or operating with a vacuum unit. Now we're also going to run the homogenizer at the same time. Watch it get splashed in. The unit, as I mentioned, has a sight glass up front here. This is actually a little loading port over here for small additions to ingredients. Now, coming right here on the right of the vessel, there's also a series of temperature probes that's measuring the jacket. This is an internal temperature probe, and it also has a bottom discharge here. And the vessel will also tilt in place when, of course, it's lowered away from the agitator. Back here, this is the original vacuum receiver. So in other words, vacuum was pulled through this line right here, and this connects to the tank with a valve so you can open it up. So should any material be pulled from the vessel, it would enter into the chamber, be captured in here, and not going into the vacuum pump. You will need to provide vacuum for this unit. The former owner, they had their own house vacuum they used. Some of the controls on here. We can turn the heater controls off. We can turn the RPM readouts on and off. You see when we're running, we're actually going to show you. You have variable speed here on each one of the agitators. So we can run that down. And then over here, you can also slow down. And if you take a look, you'll see that the agitators are now running much slower. We're going to take that all the way down. This is about 7 RPM. Now we turned off the turbine. You don't want to damage that. It does have a bushing where the shaft passes through the stator. Of course, like other features, it also has e-stop, of course. This was the original vacuum control that was installed here. turn the pump off. It's noted that it's not used here, so they can be used for something else as well. Gonna turn our power off here. And by the way, we're running on 223 phase voltage. Here's a quick look inside the control panel. Everything's intact, working very well. A lot of this stuff is easy to work on and maintain. And if you come around the back here, we have the back panel open. This is the rear of the control panel, which is a series of rectifiers back there. This accesses the outside, so it's nice that all the panels do come off. Underneath here, this is your lifting mechanism. It's a screw jack, which turns the threaded mechanism here to move the unit up and down. Nice and easy to take care of, maintain. We do have the full manual we'll be providing with this unit. Like I said, this is one of two that we do have in stock. So we do a lot of scrape agitated, triple motion, double motion agitated, as we have a lot of clients in the cosmetic, personal care business, nutritionals, pharmaceuticals, and paints, pigments, inks, where they're also used as well. We hope this gives you a good idea of the Press Industria's 5-liter triple motion mixing system. It was really one of the first ones to come out, probably in the early 70s, and has been a leader ever since.